So, welcome to my first YouTube video. I have no idea how this will go. Hopefully, it goes very well and I upload it. Maybe this just kind of like sits in my audio files forever and then I look back upon it and I'm like, oh, I should have uploaded this. But if you're seeing it, it's uploaded. Welcome to my channel. I kind of love COD commentaries, so I did a COD commentary. I kind of wanted to go over my like struggles with video game addiction, just kind of how that messes with me to this day. Luckily now I could say I'm not like as video game addicted. I still play it like way too much, honestly, but it's not as big of a problem in my life and it doesn't stop me from like experiencing the joys that life has to offer because of it like it used to for me. What's it called? So speaking of like used to start off, I think almost all of us were like very young when we got into video games. I mean, I don't even remember how old I was. I just remember being a little kid and my dad would hand me his phone and it had Angry Birds on it. And I'm like, oh shoot, let me go play some Angry Birds. And then I got a DS and I was like, let's go play Mario Kart. I feel like Mario Kart out of all things is probably one of the like one of the less problems because like there was multiplayer, but you had to do local play, so everyone was playing together, and I feel like that kind of nullifies what I'm about to get into. But I would say the biggest problem for me, and when it really started to develop out of my control, was when I got a PS3 for one of my birthdays, I think it was, or Christmas. It's hard to remember, but I remember playing this game, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. It is a great game. I still think it's a great game nowadays. It's just the servers are kind of dead. But it is one of the most addictive things in my life looking back that I kind of wish I should have avoided. And like I would boot it up nowadays cuz now, I'm not so addicted, but when I was younger, that's all I did. I would go home from whatever. It didn't matter what it was and I would play that game. I would stay up late and I'd play it. I would do anything and play that game afterwards. Like I used to do like karate as a kid, like for physical exercise. It didn't matter how tired I was. All I could think about was, I want to go home and play that game. I could be sparring someone there, and they would, in my head, I would be like, I want to go home and play that game. I would go be in school instead of learning basic mathematics. I would, want to go play the video game. I've never really liked school until more lately, but not even like the work end. It's more of the social end of life that I've enjoyed about school, at least in university. But I'm kind of getting sidetracked here. Video game addiction, like for me, from that early age on, kind of affected a lot on how I speak to people. I think I'm not very articulate with my words. Sorry if I butchered that or it's not grammatically correct, if you couldn't tell from earlier, but it's really fucked with the way I speak. And I think brain rot's also done that, but that's kind of another topic for another day. I just found myself mentally behind others for most of it. And I do blame the video game a lot for that. Not the video game developer's fault or anything, but myself, kind of like in an addictive way. I also have to be more like forgiving towards myself because sometimes I look back and I'm very like upset at myself for that. But I got to remember I was just a kid, or you don't know any better. You're learning life. It's a hard lesson, right? It's not like a smoking addiction or anything like that, luckily. So it wasn't like immediately killing me. It was the long term, like, you're not moving around enough, you're not doing this, that kills you. But video game addiction to me just kind of always was like non existent. Like, I didn't consider it. I never thought, like, hey, maybe the old people are right. Like, hey, the video game's kind of bad for your brain. I always thought, like, they don't know what they're talking about. Do they even play a video game, And I would just go on my life, continuing that kind of like mindset. And I should have listened. That's my like life thing to bear among many other things, but I found myself really enjoying uh getting off the game lately and just kind of being around the people you care about. I think life maxing has honestly been pretty fun, but like sometimes it's hard to break that addiction. I still think to this day I'm a bit of an addict. It's something you struggle with a lot with addiction. Going cold turkey on something like this doesn't really make sense either, where it's like you're really going to cut out video games out of your life. Like, my friends play video games, I play video games. It's not going to get removed anytime soon. Unfortunately, compared to brain rot like Instagram Reels and such, it's a lot healthier for your brain, and we still find video games to be bad, if that makes sense. Like, video games are not good for your brain, but it's better than Instagram Reels because you don't search for content, it just kind of comes to you. And I think that inability to have that thought of what you even want to watch kind of messes with you. Like, it kind of trains your brain not to think about, like, hey, what is this? What is that? But just to kind of accept that. And that's something I've been trying to break really hard. And video game addiction also kind of does that to you. It kind of makes you accept your reality. It's a way of coping, obviously. But I was able to break out of it more lately in life due to like having better friends and around and just overall wanting to get more out of it. And honestly, I've not wanted to come back ever since. I've never really thought like I want to get back on the game every day. I'd get on the game if I have nothing else to do. And I mean nothing else. Like I did everything, right? But maybe it's just like my competitive mind at the time because when I was younger, I wanted to do esports, and for a while I was, but uh, I didn't really like it as much as I thought I would. I think you take that thing and you make it just too competitive and you kind of miss the whole fun, the whole point of it all. Not to say like watching esports and stuff like, but for your average person like me, right? I would hope I'm average. I'm probably not. I don't think much people are, honestly. I think the average Joe is like kind of a myth, but I kind of like I got sidetracked. But point being is like I kind of love seeing that, but I just know for me I'm not going to get to that level. So I want to do the other things in life that bring me joy and passion and skill, other stuff that like I could put my creative mind into. And that's something that video games for me took away was that creative mind. I like creating photos, editing them. I like filming stuff. But when I was playing video games, I was null to those ideas. They just removed from my head. Like I never thought about them as much as I should have, as much as like I do now, because I love those hobbies of mine. But video game addiction kind of like took that away from me in a way where you just kind of get stuck in a mindset and you don't really leave it. And sometimes it leaves you bored. And I think that's really bad for you. Like, you'll play a game so long nonstop and you'll just get bored. And that should be your sign to get out and do something. But when you build up that like addiction, it really doesn't let you go. You just look at a different game and you get bored there and you just keep doing that bored like endlessly, regardless if you're having fun or not. And that's something really hard for me at the time to break. Like, there was this time in my life, all my friends were like hanging out, and I could have gone, but I just stayed on the game, and I kind of missed out on that fun little social event there because I was just too focused on wanting to play a video game instead of appreciating the people around me in a way. Luckily, I don't really do that anymore, but looking back, it's like I could have been there for someone's like big moment or just like there for them in a way, like showing that you're actively involved in like a friendship is pretty important to me. So when that doesn't happen because I wanted to play video games and not talk to anyone for days on end, it kind of like hurts your psyche, or at least it hurt mine. I don't know, maybe there's like people out there where they could just play video games every day, not talk to a soul and be okay. But like for me, I really can't do that. And I think for a lot of people, that's just not feasible mentally. But video game addiction really, it really just stops any new ideas from developing in your brain. I think I said it a little bit earlier, but to like kind of dive into that, you're so focused on what happens that like in the game that you don't even focus about what's going on around you. Like how many times have you sat down, played a video game and forgot to eat or you didn't want to eat because you just wanted to keep playing the game? That's how like bad it was. I stopped eating. I stopped like drinking water. I was like always getting headaches. My eyes always hurt because I was looking at a screen too long and I just never ate or drank anything. And it just really messed with me a lot. Caused me a lot of friendships and a lot of social situations too, looking back. And it's just something that, like, it's such an easy fix. But when you build up the mindset of get back home every day, play a game religiously like that, it doesn't become so easy to break afterwards. Even when you know it's the right answer, like to go outside, make friends, do stupid stuff. I don't know. Like, just be on a car with your friends while they all talk. Like, I think that's really healthy towards the human soul, kind of traveling around like that. But you don't do that when you just sit there. And maybe, like, if you're playing with friends, it's a lot better. But, like, at the end of the day, with playing with friends, it's a very different thing, I would say. Just because you're socially, like, still engaging with people and you're not just kind of mindlessly shooting away or building away or whatever type of game you play. I hope I come across clear. I'm going to look back and I'm going to be like, I don't want to listen to myself. What am I talking about? I'm really stupid. But the idea that it's easy to quit as well, I hope this video gets across how hard it could be. Because looking back, I just kind of like sit there and I'm like, what was I supposed to do then? Like, with my mindset the way it was, no wonder I did what I did. I regret it personally, uh, but just kind of sitting there wasting your life. And I think that's something I've taken a lot more appreciation of is embracing the things you do within your life, like talking to people, focusing on your passions, reading, meditating, going out and drinking, like just getting out there and experiencing life is just so much more engaging and more fulfilling than playing video games really ever could be. But because of the way video games are and just how you could really get sucked in, it becomes a real challenge when you get that stuck and addicted to it. Is like, do I even want to live life or do I just want to play a video game? It kind of scares me for VR chat players, but like, it just really, really kind of messes with you. That's kind of like all I have to bring up. I'm a better person. Breaking out of that video game addiction is pretty hard. I would just say it's okay to make mistakes in life. It's okay to fail. It's natural. Don't be discouraged just because you do. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel discouraged no matter what. But try to experience that and move on from it to be better. Take it as a learning lesson. Because if not, at least in my case, you just kind of retreat back and you get back on the game. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Take care.